All right, you want to find that unique piece of furniture or knickknack that stands out in your home? Well, Rustapalooza Spring is in St. Mary's. It's back and bigger than ever, and that's the place you need to go to check for that stuff. And Maria Reeby is the curator of Rustapalooza Vintage Markets, and you put this whole thing on, right?
I do.
And so, welcome back to the show. We've had you on each year you're doing this. How many years have you done Rustapalooza?
This is our 6th year.
6 years.
Yeah.
And you do it a couple each year? Or?
We do spring and fall up in St. Mary's.
Mm-hmm. And so, how many, well, first of all, let's hit for those who want to go check it out.
Okay.
When and where?
This coming Friday night, we have what's called Pickin' for a Purpose. You can shop early from 4 to 7 p.m. It's a $20 ticket, but it's also a fundraiser that goes back into an art project for the city of St. Mary's.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then Saturday, early picking 8 to 10 a.m., $10. And then general admissions all day, 10 to 5 for $5.
Very cool, very cool. And so you've brought some of the stuff here that is obviously your collection, but vendors of all kinds, right? How many total vendors do you think?
We have 100 vendors from 6 states.
6 different states coming down to this?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
As far as New York, we have vendors that come from.
Wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so what are the, as far as the stuff you brought from your collection?
Sure.
What do you say your niche is?
My niche, I prefer like architectural salvage is kind of like what I gravitate to, and also the good old made in USA. So if you could find it in a general store back in the 1900s, that's kind of what I gravitate to. But if you look at like this architectural salvage, people
the corbel here?
Yeah, the corbels, the pair of corbels, you can use those. Those actually came out of a house of Williston, South Carolina. You can even see the square nails on the back of them.
You still got the square nails sitting in the back.
But we have a lot of vendors that bring that so you can have things to repurpose in your home. So.
I just bought a house in Springfield.
Oh, awesome.
It's 110 years old, so I could use a couple things.
You could use some of these.
Use a couple things around here. One of the things, though, my wife, she is a diehard picker.
Okay.
I mean, we just went to the Beach Boulevard Flea Market this weekend.
Okay.
She absolutely, this stuff, when she sees this thing, I have to tell her, I'm like, look, you cannot buy something for the house if we already have something in that space. Until you sell the thing in that space, then we. Look at you! You're siding with her.
I'm siding with her.
No. Okay, Jasmine's at work. Hopefully she's not watching this. What is it? I mean, there's something inside so many people that just I
think some of us are like
through.
natural-born collectors too.
Yeah.
Like you see something that would make a great collection, or it has a story behind it. Like silly things like this. Like my grandfather used these when we were fishing trips when we were young, and they don't make them anymore. So it's the nostalgia and the memory of being with that person. I think has a lot to do with some of the things.
Very true. So how do you during the event? Because the event runs all weekend?
2 days, Friday,
2 days,
Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. How do you hold back from wanting to just go peruse all of the booths, or you? Oh,
I don't. I go shop them all. Actually, this year I'm excited because I'm actually going to have time to shop them all, so that's a lot of fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You got somebody working your booth.
Yeah. Well, I won't have a booth, so I'll get to kind of just go check everybody else's out and see what's there. And the good thing about being the show organizer is I get to see what everybody's bringing ahead of time because they all send me pictures,
That's not fair.
Yeah, I get a sneak peek. So.
That's not fair. Well, I'm trying to help our viewers here.
Yeah.
How can our viewers beat you?
I don't buy it all. I just get to look at it all.
What's the best way for our viewers, who want to get there and see everything before somebody's already picked
our
through
Facebook page, obviously, and Instagram, we always post and highlight all our vendors. We've been posting them for the last 2 months, so you can see the kind of things that they bring. And the other thing is come Friday night, because that is the earliest shopping. There's not a big, giant crowd. There's a good crowd, but not like you're so jam-packed you don't feel like you're going to miss something.
All right.
And it gives back to the city. That's what we love. We do a project for the city. We've done a Tide Clock in the past, and now we're going to do an art project.
And an event like this wouldn't be possible without Bow Studios, Coddle and Gun, Garmenteeks, Finders Keepers Furniture LLC, and St. Mary's Main Street Association. And you come out and check it out. Rustapalooza Spring in St. Mary's is this Friday and Saturday. You can get more information and buy your tickets by visiting rustapalooza.com. Very cool.
Thanks.
I really like these corbels.
Yeah.